A natural swimming pool, which is also known as an eco pool, a bio pool, an organic pool, or a recreational swim pond, is a human-made water feature designed to replicate the look and function of a natural body of water, like a pond or a lake, but it also provides a safe and enjoyable swimming environment. You see, unlike traditional chlorinated swimming pools, which use chemical treatments to maintain the water quality, natural swimming pools use biological processes, like plants, to filter and purify the water. With a chlorinated pool, one is constantly trying to stem the force of nature instead of letting it work for you. With a natural pool, we harness the force of nature. And if properly designed, a natural pool can achieve exactly the same water clarity as conventional pools. Natural pools are not ponds, but highly technical mini little ecosystems that are harnessing the power of nature to biologically keep algae at bay. In a natural swimming pool, the water is purified through a biological filtration process, using living organisms such as plants and beneficial bacteria. These plants and these tiny microorganisms, they help to purify the water by absorbing nutrients that are flowing through them and passing these nutrients onto the plants. This way, there is nothing left for the algae, and that's how the pool stays clear. By utilizing natural processes and minimizing the use of chemicals, natural pools offer a far more environmentally friendly and sustainable alternative to traditional swimming pools. They provide a beautiful and refreshing swimming experience, while also promoting biodiversity and a healthy ecosystem within the pool at the same time. A natural pool is typically divided into two zones. You have the swimming zone, which is where, you guessed it, people do the swimming. And then you have the regeneration zone, which is also known as the plant zone, the biofilter, or wetland area. And this typically contains aquatic plants and natural filtration media such as gravel that helps to clarify the water through biological processes. Now, we're all familiar with a garden pond as charming garden features, and these usually consist of still water with plants in them. And while these serve as amazing havens for wildlife and biodiversity, they aren't ideal for swimming. In contrast, a natural pool boasts a sizable and concentrated regeneration area through which the water is continuously flowing, and this achieves a far superior level of water quality to that of a simple garden pond. In terms of design, there is a misconception that natural pools are wild, pond-like, and informal, which they certainly can be. But natural pools come in many different shapes and forms. They can be very formal and resemble a conventional swimming pool, but they can also be somewhere in between, or a natural pool can be far more organic and wild-like, with the wetland forming a border around the pool. This is referred to as a swim pond or a recreational pond. They can also have floating wetlands inside the pool. Now, the one thing about a natural pool that sets it apart from a chlorine pool in terms of design is that it can harmonize far better within the context of a garden and a landscape. It can be made to look like it was always there, like a mountain pool. Or simply just having plants in a pool means it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Now, regardless of the design, the underlying principle of how they work always remains the same. The design is merely tailored to suit whatever the owner's preference might be, and to harmonize with the surrounding landscape. So what are the benefits of natural pools? Well, primarily it's healthy for you, because you're not swimming in toxic chemicals like chlorine. And just how toxic is chlorine? Because I know we all grew up swimming in chlorine pools. And if you're here on this course, you probably don't need much convincing of this. But let's do a quick overview of why chlorine isn't maybe such a good idea. You see, chlorine is a chemical and it's toxic. Chlorine is very effective in keeping pathogens in a pool at bay, but it does come with some serious downsides, as chlorine irritates the skin, the eyes, and the respiratory system. Inhalation of chlorine fumes can be especially dangerous and can lead to respiratory problems, such as asthma and bronchitis. Belgian researchers found that the risk of hay fever and other allergies more than doubled with significant exposure to chlorinated pools. The study was published in the online issue of Pediatrics in 2009. Another Belgian study, published in 2003, showed that an irritant released when chlorinated water reacts with urine, sweat, or other organic matter from swimmers increased the risk of asthma among children who regularly swam in public pools. This irritant, trichloramine, is believed to damage the cellular barrier that protects the lungs. Blood samples showed elevated trichloramine levels even amongst individuals who were just sitting next to the pool and didn't even swim. And it's worth noting as well that a salt pool is still a chlorinated pool. Salt is sodium chloride, and a salt pool just uses a device to make chlorine from the salt. People often have a misconception that it's like seawater, but it's just like a chlorinated pool, just with slightly less chlorine. Aside from your health, chlorine can also have a negative impact on the environment. It kills beneficial bacteria in the water. It also pollutes groundwater and surface water. You see, chlorine reacts with organic matter in the water to form harmful chemicals such as chloroform. The second benefit I would mention is that it just feels better. Water is life for human beings. We are made of 80% water, and we have more beneficial bacteria on our bodies than we have human cells. When we swim in chlorinated water, we kill all of this life. And swimming should be an experience of invigoration. Anyone who has swum in a natural pool, the first thing they always say is how different it feels. And one wants to feel renewed, one wants to feel revitalized. We want to be able to drink in the water as we dive. The third benefit is that they are environmentally friendly. Natural pools have a minimal ecological impact compared to chlorinated pools, as they are not killing animals or insects that need to drink or need the water as a habitat. You see, natural pools offer a diverse wildlife habitat, fostering breeding, feeding, shelter for frogs, toads, insects, birds, and even small mammals. Natural pools support various aquatic plants while enhancing overall plant diversity in your garden ecosystem. Additionally, they draw a variety of insects, serving as food for garden animals and aiding in pollination. Pond-dwelling creatures like water spiders and predatory insects provide natural pest control, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. Fourthly, and this might be subjective, but natural pools are more beautiful. Natural pools allow you to blend more harmoniously with the surrounding landscape. And this allows you to create more of an oasis than simply a rectangle of sterility. And number 5 is that natural pools require less maintenance. Now, they do require maintenance, but it is far less than a chlorinated pool. There's no constant measuring of pH, adjusting chemicals, adding chlorine, or adding acid. Natural pools find their own balance, and they just do their own thing. More importantly, maintaining a natural pool is more akin to gardening. It's actually enjoyable. And lastly, they have cheaper running costs. Once established, natural pools have lower operating costs compared to traditional pools. They require less energy for circulation and filtration, and they don't require the constant purchasing of chemicals. If you're interested in natural pools and have a chlorinated pool already, have you considered converting it into a natural system? Check out my free online workshop where I'll explain our incredibly low cost but highly effective floating wetland conversion method. This method gives you crystal clear living water, and you can do it yourself in under 2 days, spending just under $800 on materials. The workshop will also explain how natural pool conversions work, looking at both high-end conversions as well as the low-cost DIY method that I mentioned earlier. I will also cover the benefits of natural pools, how they prevent algae, what about mosquitoes, what kind of maintenance is required, can you put fish in them, and how do natural pools compare in terms of cost and energy efficiency. Just click the link to register and I will see you there.